Pred and Warped, and Domo playing Demo, so easy to remember that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange change up. I thought Pipsqueak would stick with his lads for another season, because I wouldn't even say they had a bad season the previous first time they went into the Premiership. But I guess real life issues come up and you've got to move on. The show must go on after all. So they picked up Nation on Scout. And Nation, he's quite a capable scout, believe it or not. He keeps hopping between all these different classes, yet he still manages to hold his own in the Premiership tier. So,
a bit of a jack of all trades, really.
Now, they are going to be facing up the ultimate test tonight. I think they're going to be happy that they're going to get out of the way. So I'm going to do a roster rundown of se7en's lineup. That's going to be AMS on Scout, Maros on... I've just realised, as I've connected into the server, they've already gone in. They're playing and whatnot. I've only just connected, so maybe I shouldn't be doing the roster rundown. We should be doing the casting of the game. How embarrassing. Excuse me. This is... I guess a middle has already happened if you've just caught up, or at least along with me. se7en must have beaten them on mid, a real big surprise, but they have got an Uber charge practically built for this last defense. Oh my god, Frysk.
Yeah, some issues here starting off, but looks like 3-6 not starting off as good as they'd want, losing that first mid fight. And right now, just holding in top lobby, maybe waiting for some sort of opening. Looks like Deox is on Spy. We may just be checking the off classes. But for now, Drak is peeking main, trying to see if there's maybe a sniper running on that left-hand side. Shutter door, which there is. You do see Deox.
Oh, the Drak bomb. The Drak bomb's coming in.
Oh, wow, Nation gets picked as well. Drak surely getting taken down as well. Wow, that's 3 down there for 3-6, as se7en will just move in here in this top left area.
Yeah, Domo's trying to fight off against two players, and now only the Uber has popped. It seems awfully cruel, and it's almost like a celebratory Uber. So that will be the first round on the board for se7en, and it's only been... Well, actually, it's been a good, 4 minutes that we've missed. Good God, we are slow.
Yeah, well, not the best start there for 3-6. We'll have to see if they can get anything going with this mid-fight.
Alright, so... on this second mid-fight, usually this is the part where I tell them what they could have done better from that last mid-fight, but this, if you've only just joining, I've only just started watching this at this point as well, so excuse me, I'm awfully embarrassed. So
we do see se7en actually going up the slope area. Crayon does get taken down immediately though, followed by Nation, but it looks like Raymond though by Deox, with the help of Pred, who does get taken down. So both medics down for both teams, as Domo does get out alive, so we will all have equal Uber charges potentially here for this last push.
Yes, I believe that, just to point out, Marosh is the Merc for tonight. They are missing Falash and Captain. He is a permanent addition to this squad now, so what you see is what you're going to get for the rest of the season, and in the meantime, they're just building up on second.
Yeah, Drak is peeking in top lobby at the moment, seeing if he can spot some of their defenses. They are running that Deox sniper here on this left shutter door again. But for now, se7en just gonna try and make their way into top lobby right now. Ali is looking at main, but Uber's pretty much equal at the moment. So they're just gonna be holding for now until they can get their Uber charges up.
So they've decided to move in lobby. Usually most teams opt to build out that Uber fully before they want to move into this top area. It's a bit of an unnecessary risk, but in this sort of matchup, I believe se7en are practically sitting back on their chairs, armchair gaming for these predicted #1 seed this season.
Yeah, potentially, but we do see Nation running that heavy on the top right area. They didn't run that last time. We'll have to see if that'll affect anything with this defense as well. Maros just gets destroyed there. Drak following up as well, doesn't get anything done. The heavy from Nation just denied Drak there, and it looks like se7en are just going to fall back out here to reset.
Alright, so they're backing out. They do hold on to that Uber, so if things get really hairy, Raymond could just pop
They're
that
actually
away.
Just trying to get out here onto his fire, but Captain really weak, nearly gets taken down, will get out alive. The Uber has been used actually by 3-6, exchanged as well by se7en. No frags happening yet, as Domo gets destroyed actually by Ali. Marosh going down in turn from se7en. And still a bit of a scrappy fight here happening on Spire. Nation very weak. Looks like Soldier following up, trying to get some damage, but this isn't looking very good for 3-6, as they have a lot of weak players. Warp's finally going down.
Oh, se7en so Frysk.
Wow.
They were so close to capturing that spire. Nation just felt way too hot trying to cap that. And if only he just stayed in there just a little bit longer, he would have prevented that possibility of the back cap that AMS pulled off at that last point. That was the reason why all of them were flooding back to last, just to deal with those back cappers.
Yeah, it was quite a long fight on second, but the EU gimmicks reign supreme as we do see both men making their way to this third mid fight. Ali taking that standard house roll out, but we'll go to window as, wow, it looks like Pred is actually behind here, gets a lot of damage on him, getting taken down by Marish actually. And 3-6 here are around this closet area, but they don't seem to be getting anything done as they don't really have the best positioning. But Raymond getting picked actually by Deox. Deox does get taken down in turn there by Captain, and they're going to fall out here through this valley area with Crayon being alive actually. He's going to have full advantage, but wow, Am's taking the 1v1 with Nation. They're just going to backspawn here to the last.
Yeah, on the bright side, they do hold on to that Uber by using a handy-dandy bug where if you just change your hat as a medic, it will backspawn you, keeping your Uber charger intact. So they've got an Uber to play with. That's a good thing, but they do have to push all the way back and just waste some time to get into the midpoint, let alone using it.
Yeah, some scout trades happening somewhere on the map, but it looks like 3-6 are going to be able to maybe get a bit of a defense here going on second, as they do have that Uber advantage. Raymond only at 40%. They might look to do something with this, but they're taking it slow. They have time to decide what they want to do right now.
Alright, so things are just chilling in the back. They're just
coming
waiting.
into this choke area though. They popped the Uber. Raymond has got way back out there through Hunter. No frags actually happened. Nation going down actually to Ali. Probably just going to pick up this mid fight, or this midpoint, as Raymond is looking to get back in here with Ali.
Yeah, AMS will pick off the Pred kill, who tried to sneak his way behind the underground of Badlands, but it's not going to muster. AMS sniffs him out. Domo does get a nice kill onto AMS
does destroy AMS, but they don't really have the players alive right now to defend this
Domo's
second.
caught out.
Domo gets destroyed.
What is that positioning coming out from Domo there? I don't know what sort of play he thought he could make, but he will get punished for his sins. And back to the spawn queue for you. They're just building up this Uber as quickly as they can over 3 out of 6. I think they may have to cut their losses a little bit, just start getting buffs on those players instead.
Yeah, the tides have turned here really as now se7en with a huge Uber advantage. Going to use this into the top left. They do have the DX player who's doing a bit of work, really weak. Might get taken down, finally goes down there to Marosh. And looks like, wow, Marish just getting destroyed by Domo Stickies on the point. And 3-6 don't have the best health right now. se7en do have good positioning as Pred gets taken down, followed by Warped. But Nation just destroying Drac. This could actually be a good defense for 3-6, but no, Nation gets taken out. But we do have Domo in the tube. What can he do? Can he do anything? He gets destroyed there by Ali. Wow.
Well, finally, it was a bit sticky towards the end of it, but it does manage to pull it off in the end. So 3-0 already on this scoreboard, and we're not even scratched the half-time mark at this point, Frysk.
Not what 3-6 are really looking for. Going 3 rounds down in 10 minutes. It's got to be a bit of a hit to their confidence. But for now, here we are, our 4th mid. Turbo, what do you see?
Alright, the first thing I see is a very fast Ali. He's deciding to go the regular rollout while over on Domo he's gone the balcony area. They're trying to pressure their own crate over on 3 out of 6. A big bomb coming out from Drac though to kind of break apart this...
Crayon is on Ali though as well. Ali just picks up, or Ali gets killed there by an aggressive play from Crayon. But Drac is really low. They could win this, but Crayon is caught out in choke. Surely getting taken down. Deox is going to try and do something here, but just gets destroyed by the skates of se7en.
Yeah, it just seems the DM muscle is just a little bit stronger over on se7en compared to 3 out of 6. I see them having the right idea 3 out of 6. They're going for these game plans, and it is working out at first, but the longer the fight draws itself out, the more likely the DM just starts flexing and showing, and the linking up play is also much better, much more synergy coming out from se7en towards these fights.
Yeah, we do see se7en actually coming in here to the second point. Gonna try and get some time off this fire. 3-6 rotating over here to this trash area. Ubers are not up for either team. Raymond is quite weak. Amps is in on trash, gets killed by Warp though. But we do have a flank coming in here from Choke. Can anything happen here? There's a lot of damage going on to Ali. Ali gets taken down by Nation. wow, his nation gets destroyed by Captain. Airshot coming out there from Captain.
Wow, so they've got a sniper in the meantime, though, and Drak was doing a big flank of his own.
Plays as Domo gets picked up as well. Wow, that's a wipe for 3-6. Drak just got 3 kills there from behind, hit some fat rockets, and actually just pretty much won this round for their team.
Yeah, you gotta fight fire with fire, Frysk. If you get flanked, you just flank them back.
Exactly.
Drak didn't even need a buddy like Pred did. He just came in by himself, completely wrecked them. And again, it's just more 3 out of 6 look like they're doing the right thing and they're going to go about winning this, but then the fight gets drawn out and they end up losing to this DM.
Yeah, the vaccinator is coming out here from 3-6, but the Uber is being taken in soloed on Ali. Ali hasn't picked up any Frysk yet. That's a really good defense with the Pyro, but Nation does get picked up on the flank. Probably 7 might not be able to do anything here. They might just be happy to hold upper lobby again, seeing if they can make anything happen. But Crayon is back on that Uber charge. But we'll have to see as 7 are holding a bit passively here at the balcony area.
Yeah, they have got the tiniest advantage, and I'd imagine Raymond will think he knows that he has this little advantage, so I would like to see them press it slightly, but they're not building as quickly as I hoped. You can see Crayon is closing the gap between Raymond there. It's picking up a bit better now, but it's about 15% advantage. I'm not sure how much work they'll be able to get from that.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but it doesn't really look like they may want to do that. They are coming up on their Uber charge now. DX trying to get a sentry up, but Drak making sure that doesn't happen. But DX will run the sniper, seeing if he can get anything from main, but Drak maybe could get picked up if he peeks. All 7 right now are just in upper lobby. The Uber advantage is faded actually for 7 as well. Marash gets taken down. Drak is jumping in here into Deox, but just gets destroyed by the heavy plays. But Raymond will back out to Greybridge.
Yeah, so they're backing off to their trash now. Seeing if they can hold the Spire directly. A bit of aggressive stance to say, oh, they've already picked up.
Down. Oh, the huge air shot coming on to Pred there. Pred getting taken down.
Wow, Ali's holding his own. He does actually struggle with this last scout, and that will force out the Uber from Raymond there, and Crayon is happy with this. Oh, there's another back camp, not again. AMS, he's just a sneaky little snake finding his way through the crevices. It is 4-0. He's bought so much time, and I guess the backup of his team just made it too much for 3 out of 6. It is 4-0 already for us.
Yeah, 3-6 thought they could have pushed out of there. They had the Uber advantage after forcing Ali and Raymond in trash, but managed to get a scout behind and get a lot of time on the point. Here we go to our 5th mid. We see Ali coming out the standard house rollout, along with Domo, just exchanging some stickies right now. 7 and 3-6 opting for that slope rollout. Looks like Drak jumps and gets destroyed, but getting quite a lot of damage actually onto Fred, but he gets picked up by a pipe from Ali, 2 pipes, and it looks like Nation is behind really weak. Well, Pred is in trying to do something, but he gets just annihilated by the scouts of 7.
Wow, it looked like it was so lucky for 3 out of 6 there. They put a tremendous amount of pressure over on Domo, and he was brought down to pixels worth of health, but he got a crossbow. But those alley pipes, they were just the saving grace for 7 there. Brought them back into that middle, and from there it was very easy for them to take out those remaining players with their player advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. As Ali trying to feel his way into top lobby, but we'll opt for just some stickies. As Ams is trying to see what the defenses are. Ubers are going to be equal, and 7 in no rush really for this push. Going to take it slowly, but 3-6 must be feeling the pressure at the moment. We'll have to see how this defense works out for them.
So, just obviously, they are a bit head and shoulders. Oh, they're throwing Marash in there, see if he can make a play. They actually throw Drak onto the point as well, and he's baited so much fire out. I'm surprised they didn't capitalise that a little bit more. No, they're out. They as soon as Marash went down and Drak went in, they were thinking, okay, we need to prepare for the likely position that he's going to fail.
Gets annihilated by Captain. Wow, Captain still got it after being on a small hiatus, but back at 7 now. Wow, trying to peek out of that lobby, but that's going to halt any sort of push out of last here for 3-6.
You actually see Deox, he's checking a few things over on 7, seeing if they've got any strange off-classes in the shape of Marash, but he has come back cookie cutter, so they're going to just try it again. It was a nice little play. It looked like they wanted a do a lot of point pressure and see if they can cap it outright. But Marosh went down very early, and Drac, well, while he did draw a lot of time and a lot of cap points, he needs that synergy of Marosh to make that play work.
Yeah, I've never seen a soldier try that to go up into the tube, but it actually did work pretty well. But Ali's trying to work his way in here to the top left area. Diok still actually quite healthy as they do pop the Uber. Have an exchange. Ali and Raymond are just going to fall back out to top lobby. No frags actually happening for either team right now.
You do see the disadvantages of running a heavy. Whilst he's very good on defense, he's not very good at chasing those kills once you're trying to make the counter attack. Once they got their own pop out, it was very easy for Seven to just back out and start rotating like they're doing now.
Seven trying to repush this though, as Captain is on this side, gets taken a lot of damage actually, might not need to fall back out. But Diox is quite weak, and it looks like Marash is behind, creating a bit of a distraction here for Pred. Or should I say Warped, picks up Marash actually, but Amps used to take down Nation on the flank, but Seven not really successful with that push, and they will just back out again to balcony.
Alright, where is AMS? Usually every time there's a little strange happy conflict for 3 out of 6, AMS just comes in and saves the day, but he actually is sitting back with his team. He's going to build out that Uber again, and they've got Deox on spy to see what they're up to. Again, it's deja vu here in this this Badlands game.
Yeah, Seven not really pressured to rush this push at all, but they might just be waiting for 3-6 to make some sort of mistake. But for now they're taking it quite slow, just feeling their way into this last push again. But this is one of the many attempts. Ali actually falling quite weak to a shot from Diox, but will get healed up by his medic, as Diox will rotate to this right shutter, maybe trying to see if he can pick anybody off from Seven as they push in. But for right now, Seven will just be holding this upper area. But we do see the Mara sniper, potentially a duel here against Diox as he wins with Marash with the quick shot onto Diox. This could prompt the push here from Seven.
They do have a sniper though. Snipers aren't very difficult to push with. They don't really do that much unless they're really clutching during these chaotic pushes.
Nation did have a chance to pick up the sniper, but missed about 6 shots, as we do see who's that on the front. AMS getting taken out. Captain might get caught out here. But the Uber was forced actually for 3-6, as Seven kind of ready to push back in here. They have everyone alive. Amps, oh well, Marish does go down the flank. They still could do something with this, as they do have the full advantage with the Uber, but they're a bit hesitant right now on what they're going to do. Still waiting for 3-6 to see if they can maybe push out of this as they have in the past, but for now they're just going to hold this.
I mean, they are up against an Uber, so I don't blame them for not making the push out there. And it was nice of Nation to try and go for some little consolation kill, try and even out these things. They will go in with AMS, but back to the fight, so they just immediately get somebody on top of the point. Captain's just hiding.
In the tube, actually, yeah, and they made a lot of ground, but Amps and Drac do go down. Very weak, having to fall
Everyone's
back out.
been launched back to the
Captain
point.
Haven't seen Captain actually huge distraction, gets taken out. His teammates are too far away to actually do anything with that. Bit of a weird push there by Seven.
Alright, so back to the drawing board. It seems it took a little time for 3 out of 6 to find the groove in the game. It's a shame that they've got such an uphill climb now to make. They've got 4 rounds to claim back, Frysk, and that's a tall order. I think I've only ever seen that a few times in my entire TF2 career.
Well, we do see a bit of a scruffy fight happening on Spire right now. The health isn't very good actually, and the Uber has been forced out of Crayon. And Seven are just going to be able to kite this and back all the way to mid. But it worked as well, very weak. Seven maybe in a good position to wipe this team and bring it to last.
Yeah, they're terrified of an Uber coming in now. They looked like they were posturing to go aggressive, but when they realise, oh wait, Raymond's going to have an Uber any second now, we need to get back to a defensive measure to make sure we can force them out and not really fight them.
Yeah, as we do see Seven trying to contest this Spire point. Captain getting a lot of damage to a Will Trader formation. But it looks like Seven not really making any sort of aggressive plays right now, but Domo does take a lot of damage here. Uber has been popped for Raymond. Trying to chase down this Domo frag. Domo just not going down. Amps is trying to do work here, but wow. Crayon getting killed there by Ali, and the frags are all happening for Seven.
Yeah, they want to stay in the fight, it seems. They wanted to see if they could cheekily kite the Uber right in front of their face, but that's a very tall order to do against Seven. From Seven's point of view, it just looks like a very, very good Uber to them. They took out, like, what, 6 players during that entire thing?
Yeah.
And only now they've only capped off that point. If they capped off that point earlier, it would have been round over for 3 out of 6.
Yeah, we will see Raymond with the maybe 30% Uber advantage. In the past, they haven't really gone on that big of an advantage. We'll have to see if they'll be able to make anything work. But all their pushes in this round against this last defense of 3-6 haven't been successful. They have Deox Sand Nation off-crossing on Pyro and Heavy on his right side, and has been working pretty well so far. And se7en maybe looking to poke in here. Captain is looking to go. They have used the Uber actually. Captain is in right now, trying to get some damage onto Deox. The reflex coming out from Deox though, doing a lot of work, but looks like Nation really weak, gets taken down finally, but oh wow, a lot of damage onto Raymond and Amps. Getting taken down. Captain very weak right now. Deox with the Pyro.
Yeah, it looked like that Pyro did a huge amount of work for 3 out of 6, and it bought so much time, and with Domo still running that lock-in load as well, compared to the Domo man, you could see that he could fire these easy pipes from all the way across the point. Well, I mean the last point anyways, and he was doing some good damage without really compromising his position, and then Warp just came in behind, kind of capitalised on all the damage he made.
Yeah, we see se7en again, just going to reset here. Crown will have the Uber advantage. They're looking like they might want to do something here. They are coming up to this balcony area, but Nation gets caught out by a good sticky trap from Ali. Warp is trying to jump in, get anything done, but just gets stuffed.
He's popped his Uber, but he wanted to get on top of Warp there, and now he's tiptoeing back. He's like, what should I do? Should I save Pred? Should I go back? He decides to go back at the very end of it, but AMS, he's hungry, he's hot. He wants it, he's on top of Crayon, he stopped it from getting out. He's fluttered around, and during the entire time while they're defending Crayon, there's loads of se7en players fluttering on that point as well. So 5-0 on the board. Finally, the Mercy Rule will kick in, save 3 out of 6, the trouble.
Indeed.
se7en will take away this first map. Frysk, are you shocked? Are you surprised?
I am a little bit. I thought 3-6, they were looking a bit better at the second half of that game. I thought maybe they could do something, get a round or two on the board, but a 5-0 whitewash, it's got to hurt there for 3-6.
I mean, this is the top dog of Europe, and you've also got Big Boy Captain making his return as well, so
Indeed.
I'm sure they're not feeling too bummed out about this, but we could talk all we want, we could break down in our minds what's gone on, but let's just look at the mathematical breakdown of it. Let's look at the logs.
Well, wow, Ali, top damaging there. Along with the rest of se7en, really just all the damage going for se7en. Warps, though, did have a pretty good game with almost 6k damage, but the frags for 3-6 a bit lacking. Team fights weren't too successful for 3-6 in my opinion.
Yeah, I see Marosh is working well with his group. The fact that he came in as like a last-minute merc as well. This is practically just a mix, Frysk. Okay. They've got Captain in, who's brand spanking new. They've got Marosh in, merking in as well. And I think they didn't even do a practice game before this, and they still wiped the floor with them. In the meantime, I'm going to look at a silver lining over on 3 out of 6. There must be somebody who's had a good game, Frysk.
It's really hard to say with the 5-0 loss.
Well, I guess Deox had he broke even. That is probably
That's
the
not
greatest
bad.
ass. That's the greatest ass you can ask. And I mean, 5-0. That's usually. And keep in mind, they did hold on to that last point for a very long time. Frysk. That was it's quite admirable. You know,
Yeah,
fighting to the end.
Quite a valiant effort. Not just gonna let that map slip. Gonna see if they can get any sort of success in Badlands to kind of maybe boost their confidence coming into the next map. But eventually, we're gonna fall to the giants of se7en.
All right, I think we do have some more stats packed in the back there. Amik, if you please press some other buttons, I want to see all the other little stats that we can draw away. It seems that we're having technical difficulties with that as well. Okay, so I guess this is all you're gonna get. It's fine. Logs are overrated anyway. People concentrate on them way too much in TF2 nowadays. Hopefully,
Logs are all that matter, really.
I'm sure this is not a true testament of how the game went. 5-0. It looks pretty convincing, but that last point defense, it was like a glimmer of 3 out of 6. There's no points for that.
Yeah, they're the final round there, round 5, was about 10 minutes long. and every other round leading up to that was just under 4 minutes. So they did have a bit of a spark of good play there at the end, but it was really with their backs against the wall on Badlands last.
I mean, it is Badlands. It is a map where everyone's going to know what they're doing. It's a bit difficult to bring out any surprises on Badlands, and usually it's a map of outplaying the enemy team, and these are all very big names that they're up against at 3 out of 6, so of course they're going to struggle against these DM Lords, these MGE all-nighters, so hopefully they can pull out a little bit better on this map over here. This is Snakewater Frysk.
Yeah, would you say they'd be able to run a couple gimmicks, potentially 3-6 maybe being able to have a bit more success in this map?
Yeah, hopefully. Now, this map does favour the soldiers quite a bit. We see a lot of trend right now where a lot of teams want to play it a bit slower, but I think with how se7en are playing tonight, they just want to get this whole shindig over with. So if they expect the huge amount of aggression coming out from se7en, maybe they can kind of kite them out, get these soldiers picked off very early, and start winning these mids, and then start turning them into rounds out of 3 out of 6.
Yeah, I feel like if 3-6 do maybe get an early round, get some momentum going with them, and maybe even get a couple rounds, as we all know, the team of se7en more known for their defenses and their pushes, so if they do get an early lead, who knows what could happen. But I think my money, if I was a betting man, would still be on se7en for this map.
Man, that is such a bold prediction out of you.
Yeah,
but I guess I'm gonna have to go with my boy 3 out of 6. I don't know. Maybe it's this the stars will align. You know, everyone's got to have that breakout play, and with a season under their belt, maybe they're gonna make this crazy play onto them now. You know, pinch off. I'm not even asking for a win at this point, Frysk. I'm just asking for a draw, a golden cap.
Yeah, maybe a golden cap probably would be seen as a success actually for 3 out of 6. But I think, as you said, it will depend largely on the soldiers. I know that Warp was actually playing okay on Badlands, so if there's anybody who is kind of going to have to turn up this map, I will be keeping my eye on Warp.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Frysk, this is a league format, so the aim here isn't to decimate every single team before you. If you're really smart, if you really wanted to keep people in check and whatnot, play the psychological game, you could just feign how bad you are. You know, just manage to scrape that 4th place playoff spot, maybe a slightly bit higher if you just don't feel like playing some games earlier, and then you could start showing your true TF2 colours. So I don't think they'll take this to heart over on 3 out of 6. It is a very tough matchup, and if they get any bonus points, they're just going to be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll have to see how it goes, though.
So,
of course,
there were a few things. There were a lot of things actually, Frysk, that we had to gloss over. Or, even when it took me like 10 years to join the STV server, embarrassing. But I own up to it. So I want to talk about Captain. The Captain has returned. He's replaced your boy AMS on Pocket, and they've decided to push AMS down to Scout, and they've retired Starkey for whatever reason. Probably has some real life commitments.
Or maybe Starkey got cut.
Unbelievable. But how are you feeling about the return of Captain? Are you happy?
I'm sad to see Starkey go. He was kind of the I suppose the central player to se7en. It was quite entertaining to watch. But with the return of Captain, really strong player, really strong soldier, with a really consistent DM skill. So it is good to see him back. But I think we are going live, Turbo.
Yes, we are. If you're just joining us, this is ETF2L Season 26, powered by TT Esports. This is Week 1. Badlands was our first map. That went the way of se7en, and this is our Snakewater half. This is for the final stand. 3 out of 6. They need to beat se7en on this midpoint. What's happening, Frysk?
Right now, both teams just trying to see what they... Well, I say that, but Pred just makes a really aggressive bomb behind. He's behind right now. Going to see what he can do, but Domo does go down, followed by Nation. Pred is onto Raymond, but he just whiffs several rockets. Surely getting taken down soon as well. Captain jumps in. Or I think that was Ams who just cleans up. And it will be Deox retreating on 10 health. What a good mid there from se7en.
Well, I did call it first. They were going to go aggressive, and with Pred going aggressive, he spent too long. It felt like such a small amount of time to him, perhaps, but all the time he took to get behind, reload his rockets, pick up the health back, and then come back into the fight. They already pushed over the point. They minced the rest of his team, and it bought so much room for Raymond to kite that soldier as well.
Well, se7en are just going to look to take this in immediately, as they do have that huge Uber advantage. Raymond has used the Uber, going to chase these players back into spawn, getting time on point. They're probably just going to pick this up pretty easily.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just not going to give them a chance to get any sort of defense on that point.
Well, they tried so hard to not get fragged by the Uber that they detoured a little too far away from the point, and when they tried to make the U-turn, they just weren't quick enough. So, very efficient coming out from se7en so far. Hopefully they can find that last defense breaking groove like they did in the first match. But
well, we do see both demos making their way to mid. Looks like Pred isn't going to be as aggressive as he was last time. He's waiting right now. But as I say that, he has jumped around to this right-hand side, not taking actually a lot of damage. He is in a good position to make something happen. He's back in choke, but Crayon going down early to Drac. That's really bad. His warp getting taken out as well. Domo weak. The Nation jumping in to actually get Sams. See if Raymond potentially getting taken down, but Pred is in trying to hit something. Doesn't manage to hit anything. Gets taken down, but
Deox is...
Wow, he just kills Mars.
So, Crayon went down first on his team, but sadly nobody else died with him, so he's actually waiting in respawn. It's an even longer wait for that to get that Uber built.
We could see a repeat of last round, as they will have that huge Uber advantage. Probably going to look to take this in immediately.
They did lose a lot of players though, Frysk, on that mid-fight. It was very scrappy towards the end. You saw a bit of punchback coming out from 3/6, picking off these players, so it does delay them slightly. You have to get all these players assembled back from the spawn queue before they can make that push in again. So, and in the meantime, Crayon has built about 60% Uber.
Sentry gun is up actually for Nation, getting taken down immediately though. Nation will rotate back. Ali getting picked up by Warp though, but will trade with Domo. Bit of a scrappy fight actually happening right now for se7en. se7en still in, but just a lot of damage actually on these players. Captain and Marsh still in. Marsh probably should get caught out here. Captain trying to get in, get some damage, get some good damage on Nation actually, but just gets stuffed there by a scout of 3-6.
They were struggling with that warp kill a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was so difficult to just fire at that one soldier. But Ali going down was probably not helping. He kind of overextended himself and died. Drac is trying to hide, see if he can get a fancy little pick onto Crayon, who is still holding onto that Uber. And this is the way you probably beat se7en. You want to avoid using this Uber and just kind of threaten them with it for the entirety of the round, because it's very difficult to win back that arms race once you give it up. So
yeah, absolutely. Nation getting picked up there. 3-6. We're looking to maybe do something through choke, but thought the better of it and have back to upgrade at the second point. Just gonna hold for now.
Why? They have. I mean, I know they don't want to use the Uber, like I said, but they should still use it if they're, if they're around, if they've got it.
Yeah, se7en have gotten a lot of ground here as the Uber has been popped. Finally, Raymond is going to puff off that Uber in turn, as 3-6 don't have a very good Uber.
Crayon, that's a bad place to back out, son. Oh, he's gone down.
Pred as well, trying to get out right now. But 3-6 do have a couple of players in. Domo's in, it's the same with Warped actually, trying to get something happening, but will get picked up there by Marash. But Domo's in right now, what can he do? He hasn't really done anything.
I think he's actually managed to back out.
Wow, that was quite a surf actually. I can't believe he got out of that.
Well, take your wins where you can get them. Oh, Ali's trying to go for the sticky snipe. He gets him. Demo down.
Won't let him get out, but se7en are trying to get in on this last point. Getting time on point here by Captain. Captain actually picking up Crayon and will just cap out this round.
There's a lot more fight in 3/6 on this map, but the rounds are still going away ever so slowly. But I don't know what Crayon was. I don't know. I just saw him he looked like he was out. He was ready to take the door. And he's like, you know what? I want to take the scenic route. And he went down into the basement, and se7en just farmed him.
Yes, we do arrive to a third mid here. se7en taking this road out just above mid here on this left hand side. As 3-6, well, Pred going in for a really aggressive play again. Am's quite weak, as we do see Warp taking that high ground. Captain getting air shot, it gets actually cratered. Really good play from Warp. Seven still in, seeing if they can do something here. Am's on that right hand side, could be a threat here to the soldier on top, but don't have the best positioning here from 3-6, as Warp was very weak, it's taken down.
Pred seems to be only stuck on aggressive mode. He seems to be turned up to 11 every time he enters these mid. He's like, I need to go aggressive, I need to make the massive plays and get behind, when you could probably just chill a little bit on Snakewater, you know, kind of see what they want to do first. Maybe you could support someone, catch someone out in an unusual spot like their kitchen, for example, or your own kitchen. But no, he just wants to keep going balls to the walls, and it isn't working out for him so far.
Yeah, Drak, the 7 runner, was playing a little bit less aggressive. Am's getting picked up on Shutter from the sticky trap from Domo, but looks like 7 will just hold the second point for now.
Usually you see a lot of teams here, oh actually they're running Nation on Sniper, so they're trying to position him aggressively because they know 7 are down by a player, so they're not holding all these doors as efficiently as they could. They do have their own Sniper though. AMS has come back. See if he can bring out some heads, make it another easy round for them.
Amps on Sniper. Don't know about this, but we'll have to see. We'll have a bit of a Sniper standoff. Did see this last map. Didn't see too much Sniper play last time, but Snakewater may be a bit of a better map, especially on last, for potentially running some snipers as well. Amps does win the Sniper duel. Will just
they're going to pick up Pred as well.
Pred, really weak. That's 2 gone. Headshot ringing out there again from Nation. Not the best position here. The Uber has been forced from Crayon. Draken picked up as well. And 7 are just going to bait this, or I should say kite this Uber back into lobby, and are going to probably repush pretty soon.
So they do have a Sniper though, and they did lose track and Captain as well, it seems, so early. It's just up to AMS to deal with this.
Ali though! Ali just leading this charge, doing so much damage, getting finally picked up by Nation. Raymond is in with the Marash and will get picked up. Raymond may get out. No, gets destroyed. Wow,
Ali.
Ali.
My god. He did everything right there. He was hitting the blimp in midair. It's not really a common sight you see, but the fat man is just so goddamn fat. He is not going to die for all the air shots in the world, it seems. So they are starting their second cap now.
Push was worth it just to see air shots on the heavy. How often do you see that? But 7 back at this midpoint trying to build this Uber charges will actually be pretty much equal. They're just going to hold this the second point for now.
There was a bit of a blunder there, losing Captain during that push, and I don't know, because they were pushing with a Sniper as well, they're kind of effectively a man down during these pushes. It's not the most reliable player, or class I should say, to trust on when it comes to a push, so they lose out. They just, well, a mistake that's been made. Captain will try again next time, and next time actually Crayon is the first one to get their Uber out. I don't think he's going to make a play of it though.
Yeah, Snakewater, bit of a bigger map I suppose from Badlands, so Uber advantages, small Uber advantages, not really being as useful from Badlands. No off classes or anything like that, but Deox is on Spy, maybe checking just to see if they're running anything. But for now they're just going to try see if they're going to peek this Solar area, as Amps is looking maybe getting in here.
Yeah, Deox has decided to come Sniper as well. It just seems they're playing rock, paper, scissors over on 3 out of 6. It's deciding whether or not Deox gets to play Sniper, Nation gets to play Sniper. Am I going to see Crayon Sniper next?
Yeah, maybe we can see some gimmicks here, but
Uber pop.
Right now though, yeah, Uber has been used. Domo taking a lot of damage actually, but surely we'll get... no, gets killed by Captain, getting dropped from his medic. Bit of a scrappy fight here right now. Drak is on the pipe, really weak. Might actually get out of here. Just she's wow, that was a pretty well. He gets taken out by Nation, but 7 now, losing 3 players, including Ali. Didn't even notice that. They're gonna fall all the way back to their second point.
Yeah, they've even got an Uber to boot as well, so they could probably ride this all the way to maybe push them out at last. I think they will make a stand on this second point though, but bit of a difficult point to defend without an Uber, and you know that the enemy team has an Uber as well, so I'm very interested to see what 7 can cook up in their fancy little kitchen.
Yeah, we could... I'd like to see something from Drak. You know, he's been playing pretty well this, at least from Badlands, but hasn't really been making huge plays or anything like that, but we do
Oh
see
my god, the
3-6.
ally spam. Warped is brought down so low, and the drag flank, he's actually picked
Wow.
up one player, and now they're trapped in, they're boxed in, and they don't know what to do. Shall we pop the Uber? I'm losing all my players. He finally pops, and oh god, he uses it to back out. Crayon, why did you forsake your team? Oh, he's going to be chased by Marish anyway. So he goes down last. That couldn't have gone any worse, Chris.
Oh my goodness, se7en, Drac, and I think it was Marash came from behind, and they just got the pincer play, and they just didn't know what to do. Crayon just dropped his entire team, and then eventually his demo man getting picked up himself, and this isn't looking good. Deox actually is behind on the spy, which I didn't even notice. Maybe something could happen.
I don't think I've ever seen like an Uber advantage go so tragically wrong. Oh, I feel like I've kicked him while they're down. Diosky gets the stab onto Ali.
The spy play.
Yeah, lives to tell the tale as well. He has been found out slightly, so he's been cut off from his exit route, so he won't be able to switch back in time.
They're already on last, actually. Uber's been popped for Raymond. No frag's happening right just yet, but DX is quite... Oh, DX was in prime position there, but does get taken out by Drac. Nation is in lower, quite weak as well. Looks like Marash.
He can kill Marash. Oh my god, he gets the trade. How the fuck?
This is not looking that good for se7en. Really weak here from Captain, but the soldiers could do something here. So it is only Domo alive and gets taken out. What can Crayon do? Not much. It gets airshot by Drac.
Oh my god, Marash, he kited them. That's the word of the cast, it seems. I say it way too much, but it's more like he juked them, or I don't know, dodged. Yeah, dodge is probably a better way of saying it. He just dodged them for so long.
I think it was about,
they just could not kill him. They had loads of players, well, 2 players, focusing him down. He ends up trading with someone anyway. The scout has no ammo loaded for this next fight. The other scout kind of overextends himself, and they just lose from the focus fire from se7en there. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it was a pretty good play from se7en in that last round, but here we are at our 4th mid. Pred is in the se7en's kitchen at the moment. Maybe he could do something. He's actually switching up his play from the last mid, actually.
Yeah, I like this coming out from Pred here. You see the mid is a lot more of a Western showdown, kind of waiting for everybody to make the first move, and there you go, they found Drac. There's the advantage pick. They just need to start blobbing up and see if they can fight them head on as a 6v5.
Yeah, but the health is pretty good here for se7en as Domo gets taken out by a good play from Ali, but Pred is still behind. War picks up amps. This could be a good play from Pred as he comes in from Saw. Ubers, wow, mid was long enough to kill the Ubers. Have an exchange right now. But it's just Ali and Raymond here at mid, and Nation right behind them in choke. Will be able to pick up Raymond. He will, surely, yes, gets taken out there. Pred actually, the cleanup frags.
Yeah, it's a bit strange there. Raymond doing the exact sort of situation that Crayon was in, where he had the Uber, and they did pop their own, but he wanted to milk it for so long that he lost a few players. Maybe he just didn't have it in time to save those players as well.
Drac behind though, and so could see some plays from Drac here.
They've done it. They've done it for us. They've capped a point. They've capped 2 actually.
Well, actually, yeah, that's their first mid fight and their first point of this match, I think.
Oh my god.
And that was all down to Pred as well, who we were saying was playing a bit too aggressive in these previous mids, and has finally got the ball rolling, so to speak, for 3-6.
Well, they've got Marash and Sniper. He's watching that right-hand side flank. You've actually got Drac. He's thrown himself in to be proactive with this defense. He's managed to get himself behind, so now he's put 3 out of 6 in a peculiar situation where they're like, I don't want to push forward because we know we've got Drac behind, and he finally springs himself. He doesn't want to wait for too long, it seems, and he will go down, so their patience has paid off for 3 out of 6.
And they will have that full Uber to work with, trying to take this in on the left side, but no, Marash with the headshot onto Domo. That's really good for Marash, actually, probably just destroying that push there for 3-6.
Well, we 10 seconds from the midpoint of the round, so se7en feel extremely comfortable at this point. They've got enough time to park the bus and everything, and there's no shame in it. They will get the same old points. Drac even get in on the flank again by taking out Pred, and they're just positioned in a weird place now, keeping an eye on Drac possibly floating about.
Oh, Crayon! No, the shot from Marash, really good play from Marash. Not covering the sight lines. Wow, and I think it was Warp 2 got caught ahead as well. Drac making his way into mid. But, wow, Nation just destroying him as well. But se7en are just pouring in here through this choke area. Nation is behind still. will maybe
they
take a
can't
1v1 with the Amps. Who'll come up on top? Amps will.
Oh, Pred's going in.
Fred does a lot of
He's
damage
brought
actually.
Raymond down very low, but the map geometry is on the side of Raymond there. Just surfs up, and with the high ground as well, I don't think there's any chance for Pred to make that little bomb. But it was probably the best he could make out of that situation there. Got a good amount of damage onto him. It's a shame that Nation was caught out and couldn't link up with him.
Yeah, absolutely, and they do have about a 50% advantage here. They are running that sentry gun on the left side, so we'll have to see if that will help them at all. Se7en do opt for this lower push once more, bringing the super in. Ali jumping in right now, spotting the sentry gun, will take it down. No players happening no frags happening right now for either team, as there is a back cap happening on second, and looks like this actually could happen from Deox. Deox, really good play here. Will draw back Drac and will get the cap, as Deox just does Drac as well, trying to defend the point. Really good play from Deox, as Raymond is caught out here in Shutter. Maybe he could go down here to Deox in lobby.
What? Marish got the equalising kill onto Crayon though during all that little all that fighting, and Deox decides to come back to the fight and clean up and help out his team. I thought he was just going to go sailing it all the way to the midpoint as well.
Yeah, Raymond did get caught out as well, so Crayon will come up here with a small Uber advantage. 3-6, not very good health, but they could look to push into this mid.
You got the crit scree coming out from Crayon there. That's I like this play. When you need to make these comebacks happen, it's a great tone creator, the crit scree. It really sets the pace of the game and always keeps things moving. And that's the sort of style you want to go against se7en. If they really wanted to, they could just set their infamous defenses up, and it's really difficult for people to get back into this game. But with the crit scree, it will help them break that from ever happening.
Yeah, but we will have to see if it is Domo that they will be using the crits on. We'll have to see if Domo can hit the stickies. As if Raymond does get his Uber charge up in time, could spot that quick enough to pop the Uber. As they are poking here into Saw, trying to see if they can get an opening for this crits, which is up right now, as Raymond does get his Uber charge. Pred though, well, Ali goes down as well, the crits which is in from Warped. Uber has been popped actually for Raymond as well. Not very good here. Domo surely caught out here.
AMS finally takes out Domo after just hopping about, and it seems the rest of se7en were having a much better time at killing or at least pushing out 3 out of 6. They are going to bring Nation back, but they're already pushing last point. I don't think they're going to have time to set up their defences, and even see someone giving up their life onto that point. That was Drac and Captain, seeing if they can just get on there, get this cap point rolling. Ali does dimes by overextension. Seems to be happening a lot when it comes to these se7en pushers. It's just up to these scouts, and wow, Raymond is keeping them well buffed. It doesn't seem like they're taking any damage.
Not very good health here for 3-6s. The scouts are doing so much work. Warp is so weak, but Raymond may have to get out here.
Yeah, the respawners are coming back now. Oh wait, no, AMS still wants to go in. He gets the trade onto Domo. Captain's going in
trying to get on
well.
the Crayon. Oh, gets picked up there from Nation. Well, that was a bit of a long fight. The scouts at se7en were doing pretty good for a while, but the spawners did come in for 3-6.
I mean, this is a bold prediction here, Frysk, but I think they're not taking it seriously. Maybe just maybe, because
maybe not.
It looks a bit uncharacteristic there, where they actually Captain had enough time to respawn, come all the way back, and he's like, 2 of my players are down. I'll go in anyway. And then Drac's like, wait for me, buddy. I'll go in as well. So they give a freebie to 3 out of 6. They've got a crits ready, so maybe they can go for a cool little crits play.
Crits has been popped for Domo. Drac is onto him, gets picked up there by Deox, and se7en are actually just all the way out here to Saw.
Oh my god. Raymond is even poking these doors with a little crossbow before he leaves. Against a crits that's just popped as well, the cheat.
Absolutely no respect from Raymond. But right now, Crayon will still have that crits creek, and they do know they have the crits running. So we'll have to see if se7en capitalise on this. So they will have their Uber charge up at 5%. They are looking to come through this kitchen area. Haven't spotted Raymond taking a pipe though from Domo. Will actually force the Uber off from Raymond. As Captain and Marash actually go down on the flank. It's pretty good play from the soldier there, Pred. But Crayon will get picked up finally from Ali.
Oh my god, what a little turnaround coming out from 3 out of 6. And how that, no, not like
and
this.
Fred is playing the last point. It's just Raymond who's come back. Surely Fred can win this. Wow, looks like Raymond is trying to get the defense here.
Oh my god, the rocket missed.
Wow.
What did it get absorbed by something? Did it just?
I don't know, but Raymond, wow, he
I
had a
thought
really
he
good
had him.
serve
He had
for
him
the
dead
point.
to rights.
Yeah, but the spawners did come in. That was pretty hairy there. That could have been around for
That was
3-6.
that's some prime beef. That is.
Absolutely.
Oh man. I thought they were losing it on that second there, but I didn't realise they just threw as many people as they could to that last point. It was a desperate race for that last point, and nothing seems to be going the way out of 3 out of 6 here.
Yeah, I got a bit excited there. I thought 3-6 could have done something, but Captain trying to peek into the second point as 3-6 don't have the best positioning, with Deox getting picked up as well. They're just on this grass area. They're going to contest the second point, but... well, Raymond just drops to the long-range lock-and-load. Domo. Oh my goodness, that's probably the play of the game. I can't believe that worked. He picked him up. I think that was just the pipes, actually.
He must have been in a different map. Like, Domo, I didn't even see these pipes. I'm too busy looking at all these flank attempts and backcaps coming out from Pred and Deox, but no, I guess I should have been watching the sky for these pipes.
Wow, that was incredible. I was caught so off guard by that medic Uber drop noise, but it will come in here in a second again. They are in this lobby area, se7en, trying to put some spam out into the second point, but Domo's doing a good job of trying to put some spam here into this lobby area. They will pick up the second point for now.
Alright, so if this is any point that they're going to pull this off, this is it. They've got the full Uber advantage, practically, and
here they go, they're coming in from the lower area, but wow, looks like Warpus gets just denied by the sentry gun. No frags happening right now, but the heavy of Marash will get taken down. Drakweek going back to spawn. Amps is still up on engineer. They need to get some time on the point here. Ali does have the stickies. There's a lot of time on the point. They could do this, but the 7 players are just flooding onto this. Wow, they just get cleaned up as Crayon might not actually get out here. He's getting chased down by Amps. And wow, that was their chance from 3-6.
Oh wow!
But Amps, whoa! I thought Crayon died there. Amps actually gets picked up from Crayon.
AMS was not expecting that, even proclaiming himself in the chat a little bit. But it looked really strange, that last hold. I mean, it looked like they had them again, but they were just seemed to be made of paper mache out of 3 out of 6, and just immediately die to any sort of fire that 7 can dish out, and Deox caught in a weird position will die and go back to the spawn queue, and Crayon looks like he wants to back out. He doesn't want to stay in this place, he's got too much bad mojo.
Yeah, 7 making their way quite quickly across this midpoint. Pred is still behind, does get actually picked up there, but 3-6 for now on their second point.
Alright, so they've got an Uber. They've delayed enough time, so at this point they really should be holding these doors closely, and that's what you see them doing. You actually see...
Domo!
Wow!
Whoa,
Domo with these pipes! And it's a lock and load pipe as well. Like, usually people aren't used to airshotting with this weapon too much. I mean, it is a bit easier, it's faster, of course it's going to be, but at the same time... But then again, Domo has been using it for a long time, so...
Yeah, they're trying to get this in here, but Crayon taking so much damage as the Uber was popped from 7. That was a weird play. Well, it looks like Deox hasn't been spotted yet. We'll take this 1v1 with Marash. Surely going to clean it up, he actually will. And 7 again will just maybe roll this to last. Basically the roll up for 7, and that was a wipe for 3-6.
Yeah, I guess you see the disadvantage of actually using one of those Uber chargers, even when the enemy has like a good 20% ready to get their own, they can just easily back out and re-enter from another way and kind of wipe out that team that dedicates so much to try and get onto that midpoint and get it camped.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to point out though that Domo was playing very, very good that previous round. Had a drop on Raymond earlier, and then coming out with the big pipes, big air shots. But we are on our way here to our 5th mid-fight. Turbo, take us there.
Yeah, it just seems Domo is a lot of style in this game, but can 3 out of 6 bring the rest of the substance? Right now they're just doing the good old-fashioned demo duel, and Domo seems to be perking out. Drak has decided to go aggressive, and
Drak lived!
What, he actually, he kind of combines his bomb into a little sidetrack. Yeah, and they try to rotate a few people around, make the most out of the health packs, but Drak kind of saw that coming, and not only kills off the player waiting for that health back, but picks it up after he kills him as well. A very efficient roaming coming out from Drak there.
Yeah, Drak just somehow just, I don't know, he just, like 3 players shooting at him, but he managed to just slip away into Saw. But Nation is on Soldier actually right now, trying to get onto Raymond, has forced the Uber. Just stinting right now at mid, but no frags happening right now. Is Crayon just gonna get caught out surely? But he's getting like three Uber souls, finally gets taken down there from Mance.
Way to take here, Frysk. Wasn't Nation playing Scout earlier? Now he's playing Soldier. There must be some disagreement about
Maybe.
who should be playing Scout and Soldier in this team in the comms of 3 out of 6. Or maybe they're just at this point knowing that it is dead time.
It is indeed.
So, you know, if Nation wants to play Soldier, Fred wants to play Scout, I think it's all okay at this point. It's about having fun in these final deadly minutes of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they are looking to close this out. Maybe invoke the mercy rule for the casters at least, because I'm always at a difficult position here, Frysk. Do I cast seriously? Do I just talk about it like it's over already? Am I ruining?
we take it very seriously because, as you can see, Crayon, the medic for 3-6, is up on Spy.
Disgusting.
No plays happening though. But yeah, it is dead time right now. Probably just gonna close this out right now as they are in last.
Valve, please, where is my GG, my concede button? Nation is putting up a... Oh yeah, he's putting up a decent counter-attack against the Uber coming in from 7. He actually picks off Raymond, so there's no health to work with. Pred is just playing Duck Hunt at this point. Captain is actually capping off this point, but Crayon comes in, spoils the fight. I'm sick of playing Medic, he says.
Would you bother continuing playing Turbo? Is 4-0 a bit more respectable than a 5-0, or would you just close it out?
I guess at this point, if you could do anything to, I guess, get a tiny bit of petty revenge against 7, it would be preventing them from, you know, walking away from this game a little bit earlier. If they can't win, I suppose they can stop 7 from winning gracefully.
Well, I suppose they are trying to still keep this round alive.
Oh, the back cap gets smashed, 7. Domo is actually back capped it from under their feet, and this round will still not end. It will continue.
Take that, 7.
Yeah, this is totally perfect. It wants ETF2L points anyway. So they're just being thrown into the meat grinder of 7 here, and grinding the meat they are. Crayon has come back as Spy again. They'll never see this coming. Not in a million years. Raymond's not going to drop down though. Crayon is just poking at the ceiling. Please drop down. He's like a little fish.
He does pick up Drak actually, and they are going to close this out surely, and they do.
Alright, there it is. A big fat 5-0 for the Logs. Just to make it seem like they had no control of it whatsoever. People are going to look at these Logs and go like, oh my god, they absolutely smashed them. But it was a bit of a better showing for 3 out of 6 on this map. And again, you're not really aiming to win all the time when it comes to a league here. Sometimes you just want to try your best. Maybe this will be good for them. Expose their mistakes. Learn from it.
Yeah, absolutely. They did actually play much better here in Snakewater. A couple of notable players, Pred and Domo, actually did have their moments. And I think Nation played a pretty good game, actually. Pretty consistent on Scout. Picking up 21 kills to 18 deaths, actually.
Right.
I'm looking at the logs now.
I have not been quite as prepared as you are, so I will try my best to load them as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, Frysk, tell me what you see.
Well, I see Captain and Marash playing the game of their lives, along with Ali putting up huge damage numbers. As well, quite a few air shots, if the logs are correct, but logs maybe not so accurate there on the air shot front. But we did see quite a few off passes, but that might just be the dead time at that last final round. But Marash and Captain with top frags for 7.
Seems doing well to say it was a 5-0 across the board, but I'm trying to find some other silver lining here, but I'm really struggling. And they didn't even win the most air shots. That was taken away by...
Yeah, because Domo had quite a few moments. I would have loved to see Domo winning the air shots, but...
He only got one air shot, but it was a heck of an air shot.
Yeah, spicy air shots from Domo. But yeah, Pred died quite a lot as well, Domo. Might be attributed to Pred playing really aggressively that game. He did change it up though, for a couple of the mid-fights. Did change his play, which actually worked quite well.
I think another bad aspect of the match as well was, if I had to pick on people here, it would probably be Crayon. There was times where they did have this uber advantage, and it just came down to maybe popping a little bit earlier. But se7en just work their magic. They pick off the people that kind of underextend or overextend themselves, and by the time that Crayon finally takes the plummet into the overcharge, all of his team is dead.
Yeah, and it's quite a contrast from the medic deaths. Raymond got 8 medic deaths and Crayon on 14. Might be attributed though, I think se7en generally had better Ubers than 3-6 this game.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You actually see a lot of Demoman being favoured in all these heal percentages. It's a little strange to see. Usually Pockets like to hoover up all that now, and it's really strayed from the Demoman era that we once knew. But Ali and Domo just seem to be such forces on the team. They're going to take that heal percentage regardless. Now we're trying to see what other little stats I can spot out. I think we've got some other ones tucked away in the back now. I'm not sure if they're still working or not. I'm going to just pray to my production, hopefully, that you can bring up any new piece of information.
Yeah, we did see Crayon opting for the crits Krieg at one point in the game, but
we saw for a glimpse there. Oh, there we go. Some advanced stats. There, that's the ticket I wanted to see. And believe it or not, 5-0. Usually, you see these sort of things completely painted one-sided for the team, but when it came to 3 out of 6, when it came to them defending, they were doing a good job at actually fighting back against se7en here. Yeah,
se7en didn't really mix up their pushes too much, and they actually did lose like quite a lot of players a lot of the time on their pushes. We kind of draw the fight out, which kind of works in favor of 3-6 because of the spawners, and kind of, I mean, still ended up working for them, but the frags were more the way of 3-6 on their last holds.
These midpoints, though, have been absolutely dreadful for Frysk.
Yeah, I think I can only remember one successful mid from...
Oh yeah, they did get the one mid, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, actually. That was the glimmer of hope for that round. Very close, but yeah, I think every other mid was just was se7en.
It does make you wonder, though. Usually teams are far too proud to ever say this or even think about this, but if you're losing that badly on these middles, and sometimes it is converting to rounds for sevens, do you think you should just not go to mid? Do you think it should resort to that?
I'm not a big fan of that. You know, I'm more of a, you know, you could run some gimmicks, get a spider mid, get a sniper. I know Snakewater isn't the worst map to run sniper to mid. They didn't try anything like that. They kind of just stayed with the cookie cutter class loadouts, but I don't know. It is an option to just not show up to mid.
So we are seeing frag percentage by zone now. Naturally, the mid fight is going to be a lot higher than your average percentage, so the skew on that is a bit weird, but it actually isn't the highest percentage on this board. It's actually the last point. That goes to show that se7en had such control for the majority of the map that all the fighting was made on this last defense, and it is Snakewater. That last defense is a tough nut to crack. We also have some stats shows you who was kind of bullying who throughout the game, and the captain was just walking all over credit, it seems. A 6 kill difference. He was not letting anybody near his medic. Captain is back, baby.
Yeah, Captain showing off a couple of times there for se7en, getting quite a large frag differential against some of these 3-6 players. I think Captain played quite well this game.
Yeah, He's on the board 3 times, so he's defending not only against from the Roma, but he's doing well on these Ubers, and he's getting kills on the pocket, getting the Demo Man kill as well. I'd imagine is coming from the Ubers. We do see Nation in there, kind of sneaking his way in. Drac is going a bit, maybe too bananas, and does get picked off, but I think there was a few stalemate points where Drac had to throw himself in there, and a Scout is most likely to get those kills, but let's take it away from Nation. Nation had a good game, didn't he?
Yeah, Nation played pretty well, I suppose, across both maps. But did actually, yeah, I think I've already said, played quite well on Snake, going 21 for 18 with about 6,000 damage, so not too bad from Nation.
Now, I think we're all out of stats now. I don't think... Oh, wait, no, there's one more. We've got pretty much what they accomplished with the Ubers, both of these teams. So you've got kills during the Uber, deaths during the Uber, kills post-Uber, yada, yada, yada. Anywho, the thing I'm seeing from these stats here is se7en are extremely efficient during their Uber. So if there's any sort of work being done, it was made during the Uber. They didn't know how to really, I guess, kite out over on 3 out of 6. And
that's like... It's something that happened on Badlands as well, was se7en would just find some way to force the Uber out of 3 out of 6, and se7en would just kind of kite the Uber, they'd go back into lobby, and then they just repush with the Uber they have.
You did see some trends though, and when they were making those last pushes where they actually lost some people during the Uber, and a few people were dropped there. You can see that being contributed slightly to se7en's deaths during the Uber, and 11 counter mark, and from that also adds a little trade-off and knocks onto the next stats over the deaths post-Uber, because usually if you lose a couple of people during that Uber, just drop them out of weird circumstance. People have dedicated themselves so much in that Uber that they get lost and killed in the death post-Uber.
Yeah, speaking of Ubers, and I don't want to throw Crayon under the bus here, but there was a second push where I think Crayon literally dropped every player on his team with the Uber. It was about 4 players died.
Oh yeah, that was the worst push ever. I feel like I'm being incredibly cruel to 3 out of 6, but I couldn't think of anything that could have gone worse than during that push.
For Crayon.
Oh man, it wasn't even all his fault. There was a few players lagging behind that got picked off by the flank play of Drac. It was just so well played by se7en there, and they did have a little bit of say on 3 out of 6, but they just got picked apart towards the end. And I think all they were just trying to do was we need the perfect Uber. If we're going to beat se7en, we need the perfect Uber, and they were holding out for nothing but. Oh, we've actually got one more stat that we kind of glossed by earlier. We've got points capped by zone, so this just again just tells you the majority of the fighting back and forth between these teams sometimes isn't always reflected in the frag percentage. Usually teams, but it was quite back and forth, as you can tell, between this second point, blue capping it off 10 times and red actually coming in back again 5 times. So
yeah, most of the action this map was fought on 3 out of 6's side of the map on second, so not a surprise.
Now, usually people on both of the teams are happy to interview and kind of flood into this mumble before I even have a chance to ask them, but nobody seems to have turned up for either team, so maybe we should just close it out here. Yeah. Confirming with Drac, they have a little team meeting. Ooh la la. So while they're high-fiving each other and drinking the champagne, I think we're going to close out here. I would like to thank Frysk for co-casting tonight. You've been a wonderful co-caster. I'm going to give you a little shout-out opportunity, despite no interviews. Is there any special someone that you want to scream their name out to?
I'm gonna shout out my boy Extus. He's always watching my casts. Good lad, give me support. And I'll shout you out, Turbo, for giving me this opportunity to cast on TFTV. It's been fun.
That is what I call a correct shout out. So I will give a big shout out to Amik, our new production member. keyword new. So there were a lot of little hiccups at first, but come on, it's growing pains. We all start out like this, and it will get better. And I'm sure if Amik could say some words right now, he would plug his stream. So I'm going to plug it for him. He has got his nice Amik stream. I think it's Amik_. He might be doing some streaming after this. He might not be. But I'll give him a nice follow if you can. But in the meantime, that has been Team